I am. You are? Sorry, I honestly you should. What you don't mind? What's my husband's? Are you in Ann Arbor or are you busy? I live in Plymouth Township at the moment. I moved here from the north side and then in May. No, actually, sex. Are you psychologist? No, but I mean, mental in the sense of, no, maybe that helps. I mean, like a objectivist, just to show. It's one of my problems. Yeah, I think that's very common. Yeah, just it's kind of, but that's a big change. I lived in Greenwich Village for a while, many decades ago. So I know New York a little bit, but not that well, not so much. So there were conservative dogs at the time, and that's so when it's a big change, I still prefer it's I didn't really change the one it's weird. It's still not cheap. So I'm pretty trouble. It's how long, like others who can. Sure. You have the shades of the movies if there's people only have a lot more we don't sit there get drink problem friends but today tomorrow that disjointed because I will say that and it may not be for that market system which I will say but in this community, I was tech for so many years. But in this community, in particular, and maybe even started off with your agents for all this again. And she knows Sarah. I don't know it's just not it's so we're gonna try maybe people inside we're very choose that. It's very traditional service. I mean now. But it is a condition, it's not all people are it's a fairly state like that. And so it goes all around. I mean, so, but it's just not a community, most people just want shops that are really much which is the services. We have some busy store. And so tomorrow morning I'll be doing 30 sounds probably 12. We do, and actually there is dinner tomorrow prior to some Torah, but it's that mostly if you're on family, they don't stay for kids to eat. They didn't for kids, they're not going to go home and eat. That's the third. I figure that we have a dinner that we do tomorrow, and then of course, well, it's breakfast, but years ago, I do have the last 30. I'm a little embarrassed. I know that from my experience is that the ideas of it. Of course, it's not New York Orthodox. But there was something that issue with this. The Orthodox did do what? Let's say there's something sort of it's more it's very much. So like she thought is all very emotional. We have a full very emotional. And like so people come to have lunch here. So that there are people's homes watch. And we and I would say us every 2 million dollars to the department and universities are all sick and they're together and just and that's cool. Yeah, it's always We really, I think we stopped. Well, say here since under that is something we were something. But we see somebody the same with the state. They don't force. That's big. Getting inside. I'm sure it's all social. Where here we have two sigma ours slight influence new members. They look just like so they're almost the south and plus so others here a lot of those like it's having helps you do so it's not that all years and it's not a shot there like chicken and meals and fish and a long time they fill up their various service 600 or 800 students, whereas here it's 10 minutes. But yes, I didn't. I don't know the Orthodox. Needs is just stated for so that we're gonna say, yeah, we use the whole meal we can like this point tomorrow morning, some shots tomorrow night. Yeah. It's pretty good, yeah. It's not as I think it was basically for I feel like if you're so up a meeting, you could I'm willing to say it will be a reason we're going on the way on Shabbat, there's no Kabbalat. Yeah. I won't be the first one to up and in fact other people else 40 years ago. Usually it's a cheaper. Hearings only get he was just I'm waiting for I lost 2 years later. So staying no. 3 years, I guess. No. 25, 30 years. Where? No, actually, okay. Oh, maybe. That's possible. Hearing from the kitchen. He was there. It's absolutely it's a professional community for sure. Yeah. Okay, everybody's not pushing that. Yeah. They hired me into the notes. Yeah, I was actually. I did a couple of things. The bill 17 years. No, sorry, you're not being that's true. These are people in a much worse situation. Now, I'm also blessed to have some people reminded me you know, experience when I need to all that this is right. No, this was like very deliberately done that they decided to set it up. I asked theaters rather than there's also some kind of it does you see much face that's back to their head and yeah, sometimes please I thought you were last summer there was said it would be better so still certain times and you're turning over and it doesn't look very so you know why you expect some people would sit but we see very little of that. And now I have say people for example way too much like yes it's you know, during the holidays last week we was this is the wall here most is over. We can close along here if we want to just, close in the sanctuary, but for the big service, we take off both of these temporary lists that back in the social hall. And we were pretty full, about 600 feet all the way back there. No issues. We have one service we can accommodate. What was the problem? I mean, we were full, but not kind of overfilled. We didn't have any standing issues. I think 3 different points during that. Well, first morning, going before Holy Great Evening, and going before morning. And all 3 hours, it's 30 minutes, and I have to take and then we're seats, but that was good. Part of my, I think if we were to grow much, that, then we have a lot of well, I will say since judge people should because I certainly based on reform congregations is that it was service an hour. And very specific 1 at 9, 11, you can get full shifts in, but lunchtime we started at 30 by 1 go to 1. And so I was really nervous downstairs that you want kids activities during all I need for little kids, but also all the way up. I see whatever. And then once or 5 months until I be I belong probably already we just said to me. So I have a little well. I have one question for you. Now, yes, yeah. Do you believe this? So yes, I believe it. That's all I need to know. But I'm like, but you're not asking me. Do I believe in Ramadan's God? Do I believe in Ramadan's God? Is Rashi's God? I mean, like, or do I believe in? I'm not a different person. I mean, you would say it's not God, But so I just get nervous when people say, "Well, this is what defines, this is what defines being Shabbat." But it's I think there are many ways to. I think economies are probably not so very good. But it's a much larger discussion. But there are 2 points, so it's not really bad. We have 3 people on. It's Zoom right now. No, this comes up all the time. You're a good company. This, I mean, I was just teaching, not teaching, but I was in a sort of conversation with Tom about that. So you realize that I have no idea what that's necessary would be awesome. The book commission, however, because I was also talking to people about, these are really not the same. Certainly have certain types of stuff with, and this is thinking about certain things, or well, there are lots of things that I agree. I mean, certainly Jewish law. I mean, it's like, Kol Isha really only became serious, or when I say serious, means it was always considered a joke in the Talmud. And the Talmud itself in the context of a joke. It's not. I mean, the gift doesn't include it. It's straight up law. But it was only used in hybrids, and it was the whole style. I'm going to be the first one to say we should consider these voice can't be heard. But today it's presented as goes back to Moshe Rabbeinu. It was 18 months. So what counts as not is definitely a ball over the years. It's just a conversation. Let's say and how's the time already about that? It's such a big weekend. Dre probably told you that with Simchat Torah tomorrow night and Shmini Atzeret tomorrow morning, and then Simchat Torah again on Sunday. And we just had a lot of sukkah stuff. It's been a lot, but, I'm not sure we'll make a meeting tonight, but please don't, judge us, it's just the nature of the calendar.
Oh, gosh, no, not at all. I was my first time, I was a big command, and the gentleman in the front, who just said, oh, gosh, it's so crazy, you know, it's really heavy on six. You know,
Absolutely.
it's so sweet, so I'm right, this one, okay,
You did not sing. That's enough, we should watch it. How you voted?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's the warmest Sukkot I've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
heard.
We have guests just about every night.
And mosquitoes.
What?
It's been, I mean, this is my sixth Sukkot here, and this is the first one where it's been this, habitable.
Yeah.
No, it's.
So it's Yeah.
And a lot of rain in the last couple of years, I can't remember, I get the years mixed up, but a lot of it, Ziva is the one of my family who's most into it, in terms of like. I got basically like, we're gonna go out, we're gonna play shade. We're gonna make motzi, then we're gonna go in, and Ziva's always like. "Oh, because-" Of course, Rob's on. But this is really good. I know, like, you know, the Sukkot packed wasn't last night, the night before last. You know, just busting at the seams, it was great. Like, and we stayed, like, we weren't, you know, usually rushing to get, I mean, in the culture, like, okay,
That's right.
time to move on.
It's so wonderful
They were good.
and scary. You see what-
Next year, of course, things will be very late, so I don't
Um,
want to predict the weather.
Yeah, yeah, it's, I mean, often. It's like, you know, get the coat on and bundle up and or endure, you know, and for the sake of the mitzvah rather than the actual experience of full joy.
Eating your cereal with your coat on.
Yeah, yeah. Something about it.
I mean, that's the way it's been for me, it's definitely for the sake of fulfilling.
Yeah.
it's for, experiencing the simcha. of
Where it's-
it's-
It was lovely, just so fun.
Although,
Yeah.
Lynn always says, like, my wife, it's, you know, like the calendar just is always kind of perfect because it's usually when it starts to rain, you know, we're praying for rain and the weather certainly drops, you know, in terms of like, the beginning of whatever, autumn, winter, whatever the season is.
It's like the rabbis did. You get good out of the way before.
It applies here, you know, because it is for the land of Israel, but it somehow.
Oh, it adds to the plus.
When I was in California, where you get, it really is like Israel, where Southern California get dry season and rainy season, you know, get 4 seasons. And it would just be weird, like every year we would be doing Geshem and it would start to rain. And we hadn't seen rain since the year before. Once we got a double rainbow, we had a huge wall of windows. We got a double rainbow right after, like, you know, while the Chalet Sephora was just finishing Geshem. Pretty.
Finger. That's
So I know we're streaming for people who are remote. How many people do we have? Well, you know, super. So
three screens.
Three.
4 screens, I say 4.
That could make a difference.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, 4 screens.
Okay. They're discrete. So. With that, I will not do the repetition, or the symbolic repetition of the of Mari, but I will do it how it should be and for the sake of how it should. Okay, so let's do a little dive. Well, I must have. With my tally, I think I must have, they're ready for something, see if there's nothing. Indeed. The blessing.
Trying to get out, having to go to my office, but I want to grab my cigar. We just finished with Psalm 27 for this period.
Service begins page 27. Mihismor shir yom hashabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai. O Genuvum b'seva d'shenim v'ranenim iyu le'agiki ashar Adonai tzuriv lo avlata bo. Service continues all the way. Page 39A, line 3. Just the blessing following the Baruch Hu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv harabim. Umavir yom umevi laila, mavdil b'nein yom uvein laila. Adonai tzvaot shemo el chai v'kayam, tamidim lo chalenu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv harabim. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta. Am Yisrael v'kim ha'mishpatim otanu v'ima'adeta. Ve'avatcha tasimenu l'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'kol levavecha v'nafshecha v'kol me'odecha. Ve'haya Adonai Elohechem Ehemet, Amanakos Elohechem Aleinu, Ki hu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'en zulato ve'anach Yisrael amo. Service continues, page 44. Umalchuto baratzon kiblu aleihem, Moshe v'nei Yisrael, echanu b'simcha haraba, v'amru chulaham, Mi chamocha be'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar bakodesh. Nora tehilo tosefela. Malchutecha ra'u panecha bokeyam lifnei Moshe. Ze'eli anu v'yameru. Adonai himloch le'olam va'ed. V'nemar kifada Adonai Yaakov. Kol gazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai ga'ah Yisrael. 45. Hashki venu Eloheinu l'shalom v'amdenu makin el chayim ufros aleinu sukat shalom mecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shalom mecha baruch atah Adonai. Hapore sukat shalom aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. 46. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash. Vayodaber Moshe modei Adonai el b'nei Yisrael. Following the Chatzi Kaddish on 46, we'll be heading directly into the Mari for Chag. So at the bottom of the page, you can see it'll direct you all the way to page 306. Of course, we'll do Mari for Chag with insertions, obviously for Shabbat. Yikada v'yikada shemer haba. Yamati v'rakirte v'yamlich machute b'chayechon uvyo omechon uvchayedecho beit Yisrael b'agala v'zman kariv v'yimeru amen yeheshmera b'mevarach yalav olam le'almaya Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitramam v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei kudesha leila min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram yama v'meru. We're standing page 306 and forward for our Chag Mariv with Shabbat insertions. יום דברי כרתי וימליך מלכותי וחייכונו וימלכנו חייתו בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעמי עמיה יפרח וישתבח ויפר ויתרומה וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה לילה מכל ברכתה ושורתה תשכתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמא ואמרו תתקבל צלותון ובטון לכל ישראל כל דם ובטון וישמעיה ואמרו יש לומר ובין שמעיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו עושה שלום במרומה והוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו Amen. 56 for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabbeach l'adon hakol l'ateit gedula liotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoye haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol amonam ve'anachnu korim ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שמות השמיים. אוקיי, נקבל לכם. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו. In a moment, we'll be in Mourner's Kaddish on page 58, Kaddish Yatom. On this Shabbat, Beth Israel congregation remembers the yard sites. We can see the lights on of Henry Apt, Jacques Hines Ehrenheim, Jeanette Bash, Jack Cohen, Sandra Davis, Kathy Emmerich, Florence Sachs Finkelstein, Sylvia Glicksman, Samuel Gordon, Sophie Hoffman, Julia Isaacs, Rachel Jacobs, Vera Jugovskaya, Jenny Hirsch, Alona Klein, Albert Leibovitz, Jean Mankoff, Miriam McQuarrie, Nettie Mushowitz, Evelyn Olenek, Leonard Reba, Rivka Rosenthal, Sydney Savage, Marion Scheinman, Gerald Shaw, Carol Silver, Dorothy Simon, Jack Siscon, Sigmund Stroklitz, Max Sussman, and Jack Gordon Zeller. As we continue to say Kaddish for Beverly Bennett, Shalomit Weissman, Robert Haftel, Ellen Monto, Richard Burke, Eva Kalani, Susan Chapnick, Phyllis Horowitz, Bill Liberson, Tamar Weaver, Rita Stoll, Harvey Aaron Scher, Bennett Stark, Dottie Berman, Martha Olenek, Bonnie Weinstein, Sheldon Berry, Naomi Metter, Shoshana Bookwalter, Sybil Mintz, Jeffrey Aronson, Mimi Sunshine Karsh, Andrea Lynn Meislich, Evelyn Bakken, Sylvia Gordon, Carl Cohen, Isidore Fisher, Christine Reed, Harriet Celine, and Frederick Reinbold. For those who are reciting Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom's on 58. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabah, v'yalma divra kirute v'yamlif malchute, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabah mevarach le'olam u'lamei omaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shmei d'kodesha, brichu, ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram v'yama v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. V'aseh shalom b'mroma, v'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Zichronam livracha, may their memories continue to bring blessings to this world. And that concludes the abbreviated Shabbat and service here for Chag. Announcements are pretty obvious. Tomorrow morning, Shmini Atzeret services. Yizkor is around 10:45, but I would come at 10:40 or earlier, just in case. We will read the book of Kohelet during Kiddush after services, so we can get the whole thing in. We'll have selections during the service itself. And then tomorrow night, Simchat Torah really begins at 5:45. I want to unroll the entire scroll so that people can see kind of the full scope of the Torah, to the extent that we can unroll the whole scroll and can do it safely, followed by the service. The service will begin at approximately 6 or a little just after 6. We will have live music tomorrow night. And Neil Alexander will be here. We've prepared some special Simcha music and we'll have fun and hakafot, and then a cappella, very traditional morning Simchat Torah will take place on Sunday morning. But the only thing that's non-traditional about Sunday morning is we'll have pancake breakfast. So we will have a breakfast built in. So
That's where it starts at 8:30.
that's an 8:30 Sunday service, so that we daven shacharit and then we can have pancake breakfast and then do hakafot. I didn't invent the matbea for the Sunday morning service of Beth Israel, but it works.
It's a good thing.
So we have multiple options for Simchat Torah. And I'm sure there are other announcements, but but I don't want to bore you guys with, but I mean, the big one I want to say is that Friday, October 13th, which is coming up how soon? Is that like, that's this coming? Yeah, sorry. Last week we had the feminist Israeli activist from Israel come to services on Friday night. So we have a lot of going on Friday nights. Next Friday night, we have musician in residence, Anthony Russell. So Anthony Russell, in case you don't know, it's a composer in residence weekend. He does Yiddish music, Ashkenazic melodies. He's married to a conservative rabbi. He does nigunim and also does crossover with African-American musical tradition. We got to double up with him because he's at U of M doing different things at University of Michigan during the week. And like we did with our activists last Friday, we got to book him for Shabbat because they don't do anything during Shabbat. So next Friday night, he'll be doing I'll do the traditional matbea, but he'll be doing some of the prayers in Yiddish. And then on Saturday morning, he'll give the Devar Torah, and then he'll do a teaching studying session next Saturday afternoon. So next Friday night, it'll be a different kind of enhanced Friday night service. So with that, I wish you a Chag Sameach, and we will hopefully see each other soon. And I definitely want to thank all the people. Would you mind to tell us your name?
Oh, Robin.
Robin, thanks, Robin.
Thank you very much.
And sorry.